You can earn £20 to £50 an hour. You've started earning, you've got your side hustle running. What's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Daisy, aka the Brand Influencer. Here we talk all about personal finance, entrepreneurship and leveling up our minds. And boy do I have some juicy content for you today. As I mentioned in my previous video, I said I would create a side hustles video. Now, 2020 has shown us that there is no such thing as job security. So earning cash on the side and diversifying our income is extremely important. What I want you guys to remember is that many businesses actually started off as side hustles. And if you give it time to grow, there's a possibility that it could become your full-time job. What I'm gonna do is this video might be a bit lengthy, so I'm going to include the timestamps of the different ideas I have. So if you want to click down below, you can click the particular idea you're interested in. So the first side hustle idea is to start a mobile business of any sort. This can be anything from beauty treatments to washing cars to being a personal trainer to being a barber, hairdresser, a e-restaurant, which is a big one. Now what I mean by mobile is instead of people coming to you if you had a store, you go to the customer. So if it was washing cars, you'd visit the customer's home and wash a car. Now why I suggest a mobile service is because the startup costs are very low. You don't have to pay rent for a studio or a store. All you need is the basic necessities to start the business and to visit clients and market it. Now if you don't already know, I have my own lash extensions business, and how that started was me being mobile. This saved me money in terms of not having to go and pay a salon to rent a room. Now going back to restaurants, because you're probably thinking, how can I start a restaurant at home? Now what I mean by this is not a full-blown restaurant. If you have a particular cuisine that you can specialize in, which is not easily found, so with the e-restaurant, what you want to do is have a pretty basic set menu and you advertise this during the day, and you'll have a cut-off point such as 4 p.m. People throughout the day will order, and when it hits 4 p.m. and you've closed your orders, all you have to do is prepare the food for the orders that were placed earlier. Now I know your kitchen might be limited in size and there's only so much you can make, so this is why you can set a limit on the amount of orders people can make daily. This also creates a bit of scarcity, so people are more inclined to quickly order. Now with the e-restaurants, it's more COVID proof, but it's also massively in demand because people are now stuck at home and they're fed up of cooking, fed up of the same old food. So my side hustle number 2, sell used items or flip them. So in terms of used items, this can be anything in your home that is just laying around and doesn't get used. You can get rid of clutter whilst also making a bit of money. You can't make the greatest amount, I'm not promising you hundreds, but any amount of cash is good, right? In terms of flipping items, if you have maybe some dull furniture in your house that you don't want anymore, or you can go on the Facebook marketplace and find dull furniture for cheap, what you can do is then just give it a paint job, put some new handles on it, give it a bit of a lift, and boy does it make the difference. When an item looks good and newly done, people are willing to pay a lot more for it. With good attractive pictures, you can then just post it and resell it on Gumtree or on Facebook, and I guarantee you'll make some sort of a profit. It just depends on the amount of effort you put into flipping that item. This can expand into a full-blown business in the future if you're really good at it. I've seen people pay to flip their furniture. They don't sell the furniture off, they actually want that piece of furniture to be flipped, and they pay people to do that. So why not give it a go? Now since I'm helping you start a little side hustle, I think you should like and subscribe to help support mine. So if you could quickly do that now, thank you. And now side hustle number 3. Oh, my fingers look like that. But anyway, this is any sort of online teaching. This can literally be anything that you're good at and that is in demand. Everything is literally online now, so it's so easy to get started, especially now with the difficulty with schools and kids not being able to learn properly. Tutoring is a lot more in demand. Now to start this off, you can literally just broadcast it to family and friends. Once you get some word of mouth going around, you've started earning, you've got your side hustle running. You will get more paying customers and add to your earnings, and this business is extremely lucrative. You can earn between £20 to £50 an hour doing it as a freelancer. So if there's any grade you're proud of or any knowledge that you know people will want to learn about, do it. Do not waste that knowledge. Make money off of it. Okay, and on to number 4. Now this may be a bit more geared towards the males, but females are more than happy to get started if you're that type. But this is being a local handyman or having access to a car so you can complete tasks. Now these jobs can be found on a website called TaskRabbit. So this is a site where you can help people with different tasks which they cannot do. For example, assembling furniture. There are many single mums at home that are just unable to buy and fit furniture themselves. So this is where you can come in. Now you can create your own gig and only do stuff that you feel like you're more than qualified enough to do. But you set your prices, you set what you're able to do and what you can offer, and it's extremely flexible. If you just have a look on the website, you'll see the different type of gigs that are available and get an idea on what you could possibly offer, because there are thousands. And if physical labor is not your thing, don't worry, because you instead can become an online freelancer if you have a skill that people are willing to pay you for. And if you don't have one, just learn one. There are so many free resources online. You can learn anything and then get people to pay you to do it. So with this, you're creating your own gigs also, but for a website called Fiverr. Now there are so many gigs on this site, you'd have to literally have a look and see what you would be interested in offering. But this goes down to making websites, making graphics. There are so many. Now a key skill in these difficult times is actually social media marketing or management, which I feel like any of us millennials could do. So many middle-aged business owners have been forced to move online with their business because of the world's pandemic, and they have absolutely no clue on how to market themselves online. You'd be surprised, many don't know how to use Instagram, full stop. So you can simply get paid for just managing a page and posting their content. It's so simple, and it wouldn't take more than an hour of your day. Okay, and on to side hustle 6. This one is purely becoming an influencer. As cheesy as it sounds, this generation has grown up with so many different social media platforms, and businesses are using these platforms more than ever to market their business. And the biggest form of advertising nowadays is through the use of influencers. Now all of us go on social media every day, so why not make some money out of being on the platform? Now there are many different types of influencers. Just create content that attracts you because you know you enjoy what you're doing. This includes even meme pages. This is what I mean, there are so many different types. As long as you have a massive following on Instagram, you can make money off of it through doing promotions, advertising for businesses, you name it. It's very easy to get started. It's just about being consistent and committed in doing so. One key example is Courtney Black. If you haven't heard of her already, she's a big fitness influencer now and grew massively over the first lockdown. She didn't mean to become famous or become an influencer. She purely just offered meal plans and workouts for people, and because people loved her personality and just loved her content, if you saw the house she started with and the house she's got now, being an expert in a certain industry, such as Courtney Black with fitness, can allow you to also expand into the digital product market. Now this can consist of selling ebooks or any sort of online resource. There are influencers that are selling purely their filters that they add to their photos. It's only like £5 to buy the little package of their filters, but can you imagine how many people possibly buy that? £5 for 100 people is £500, and it's just your filters. You just have to be creative with it, and with this you're actually creating a passive stream of income. This is something that's making you money without you dedicating any more time towards it. With an ebook or any sort of online resource, you just have to make it once. It just sells itself. You don't have to do anything besides maybe market it, and it costs you nothing to make. It's just the perfect side hustle. Now that's all I have for you guys today. I didn't want this video to be too long as there are thousands of different side hustles you can begin. If there's any other ones that I haven't included that you have maybe started, please include it in the comments down below so we can support each other. But these are the ones that I feel like are the easiest to get started and that can definitely generate a good amount of income. Now if you're interested in any of these side hustles and maybe want a bit more information on how to get started, I will definitely release a get started business guide on how to start your business online through Instagram, because as many of you know, when it came to my lash business, I purely marketed it through Instagram, and that's literally how I do it full time now. So make sure you like and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out. And that's it from me, guys.